y'all. It's your girl, Tiff.
And it's your cousin, Tanny.
And we are here with another episode of Let's Just Leave It at That podcast.
Yes, where we speak our minds, give our opinions, and give you advice.
Yes, girl. So let me tell you, first of all, we got some drinks today.
Yes.
They told us we could bring drinks, and we brought them in a red cup.
So make sure you pull up a cup, get some drinks together. All right.
Have a drink with us.
Mm-hmm.
As we talk our shit.
Let's get into it. So, bitch, how was your fucking week? What's going on with you?
Nothing much. You know, I'm still working at a job that I call you and probably complain about every day.
Yeah, she calls every fucking day.
Every day I be ready to quit my job. But then I be like, I got kids. I
Yeah,
need
you
help
got
my health
responsibilities.
insurance. And so, I'm still thugging it out at my job. It's cool. It was a good week there. We've been trying to get our business things together. We have a lot coming. Mm-hmm. So that's just been my week, you know, being mommy.
Okay.
Woman, working, doing all that good stuff. So
all right,
how has you had a good week?
I did have a good week. My husband was gone, you know, it was a great week, but he came back. He just surprised me last night.
You can't just go
bypass it. I can't bypass it.
We were trying to go through the show last night, and she just seemed so frustrated. First of all, I was late because my cousin had like a little dinner for me. She cooked for me and the kids.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's another thing I did this week. My cousin, we had like a movie night for the kids where we set it up. We let them watch.
Oh, yeah, that was cute. I saw that was so cute.
It was really set up like a movie theater, and she did her thing. We had pizza, we had the popcorn, we had the signs up, like the premiere of. We watched Tom and Jerry. So that's a highlight of the week. But I went to that same cousin house, and then I was like, oh no, Tanny is gonna be mad at me. I'm gonna be late.
Like, no, because my ass
she had
was vexed.
some other stuff going on.
I was vexed. Okay, so let me tell you something. My husband was away in LA for some business or whatever, and we talk every day. And you know, I had spoke to him 8:00 our time yesterday. Mm-hmm. So I talked to him. He's like, "Oh, I'm going to go do something real quick." So I talked to him for like an hour. Mind you, this whole time I did not know that he was on his way to the airport.
Right, because you didn't know exactly which day he was coming home.
Yeah, because he said, you know, he had to handle some business. All right, I'm going to let you do your thing. I respect it.
Exactly.
That's the type of shit we got. So I'm sitting at home. I spoke to him, like I said, 8:00. Time is going by. I'm texting him. I'm like, damn, 12:00 come. I said, I didn't hear from him. 5:00 come, I didn't hear. Mind you, this whole time I'm getting mad. I'm texting. What the fuck is going on with him? Why he not answering back? And then he finally texts me back like, I'm here still. Give me 20 minutes. That 20 minutes turned into 5 hours.
Mm-hmm. So by the time I spoke to you, you was like, you know what? Fuck Dwayne because he's not answering my...
Yeah.
He's somewhere and I don't have time for this.
Right. I couldn't think straight at all. We on FaceTime. Me and Tiffany talking on FaceTime. And she's like, Dwayne's calling. And I'm like, fuck that.
By the time
nigga.
he had finally started calling and I was like...
No.
You have to answer the phone for your husband? She was like,
no, I'm not. I'm not answering the phone for him. Fuck him. I've been calling him all day. I've been texting him all day. Where the fuck is he? Now he want to talk to me? No, fuck him, Tiffany. Fuck him.
She was like, nah, we good. Keep talking. And he texted and I was like, you don't want to answer. She was like, nah, fuck that. I'm not talking to him.
Then he's like, his friend was outside to give me a gift. I don't want no fucking gift. What is it, edible arrangements? I don't want no fucking edible arrangements. Fuck that shit. And then he was like, he kept texting. I was like, you know what? I went outside, mind you, ghetto as hell. Bonnet on, slippers on. I'm always ghetto, okay? Bonnet on, slippers on. I went out, I said, what the fuck? I'm going outside. So I'm walking. And then I see somebody like in the parking lot, but I'm not paying that person no mind. I have tunnel vision. I'm looking for Tad. Where the fuck is Tad at? Where he at? And then I see somebody jump off the car. It's my husband.
Ooh.
He flew back from LA and then he jumps out of a Range Rover that he bought for me.
Ooh.
That was his gift to me. So the whole day that I was pissed off and mad, he flew back to New York, went to the dealer to get this Range for me. Because I had a truck. I had a Cherokee, right? And I had to get rid of it for reasons or whatever. And he said, I promise you, I'm going to get you a truck. I'm going to get you that truck back.
She has been bitching about a truck for a minute now. And she's like, I don't know when he's going to give me this car, but I'm ready for my new car. So yesterday, I love the way he set that up because, girl, I was
so vexed. I could not think. But you know, I said, all right, I guess that's cool. I said, thank you. And
she FaceTimed me like, bitch, we made it. She was like, I don't don't know where we going tomorrow, but we going
somewhere, bitch.
Yeah.
We doing something.
So yeah, we got plans after this.
Yes.
I don't know what we doing still, but we
doing something. So I can't be mad at him. I can't, go out there and be the hoe like I once was. I can't,
You know what's funny is I bet you he wanted you to be mad throughout that whole time.
He wanted, and then you know what's so funny? His friend said, "Don't answer the phone. Let her be mad." Listen,
Yeah.
I'm not that bitch.
Yeah.
He said he felt bad. He's like, "Oh my God, it's been hours. It's like 11 o'clock, my nigga."
Yeah.
And I said, "It's 12 hours, Tiffany." He fucking had called me in 12 hours. He texted me one time today.
She was like, I spoke to him this morning. I don't have time for this shit. So when he finally started texting, she was like, I'm not answering for him.
Right. Fuck him. Fuck him.
Yeah, let me not pick up my girl's phone calls or texts for 12 hours.
She was calling friends. She was like, what he got going on. And he had that going on. So
Yeah.
What was the last resort for you? Let's say it's been a day.
A day?
What do you do?
Oh, he know better than a fucking day. The reason why I was so upset because he know how I am. So the hours that went by, we can go maybe like 2 or 3 hours without speaking with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But when it went from that 3 to 5 to 6 to 8 to I was like, is he fucking shitting me? He must be out his fucking mind. No. So that I lost it. So when it was time, when 11 o'clock came and he started texting me and I'm on the
She
phone.
knew what time too. I was gonna say that. I bet you she know exactly what time it was.
And I said, no, Tiffany, no, fuck that nigga, fuck him.
I was like, you might want to answer the phone, because she was like, nah.
No.
What we talking about? We gonna go over this show, and she was like, all right, let me just see what he got going on. And
then I went out.
She called me like 5 minutes later. He was like, bitch,
He got me a rage. You like, see, I told you. I'm like, whatever.
See. So how he was gone for a few days. Was it a week?
It was a week.
How do you deal with him being gone for a week?
I wish I could, be a hoe like I used to. No, I'm fucking with you. I got to be a whole wife and mother and shit. Make sure the kids
With the Range
ate.
Rover.
Huh?
With the
Right,
Range.
she definitely can't. You walk. I even told her, I was like, girl, you gotta do some tricks tonight. Like,
Bent over, pennies down, and everything, child.
not even gonna get into that.
Yeah, so I can't do what I used to do, especially now, like I said, with the fucking range. But back in the day, I used to do my 1-2.
Right.
So I can't do it like I used to. Got to be a whole wife and mother, like I said.
Right. So that's what that kind of eases on into what I wanted to talk about, because them DMs been lit. I told you, people be like, they got something good going on. So the DM's been lit. I got people from 10 years ago trying to hit me like,
niggas is coming.
Girl, I showed you my inbox. I was like, okay, look at that. But I'm at a point now where, like, I'm good from my previous relationship.
Okay.
But you know how a lot of, like, you talked about it before, how you went through your whole phase.
Yes.
I'm in my 30s. Like, I'm not ready to settle down yet.
Every woman deserves a whole phase.
Every
real? Fucking woman deserves.
But I was when all my friends was going through their whole phase, I was in a whole relationship. I was like mommy mode. I was in the house being wifey. You know what I'm saying? So I never went through my whole phase. So it's 30 plus too old to go through a whole phase.
Absolutely not. I feel like if you're 90 years old, you can still be bent over panties. Yes, bent over panties down. You can still do it. Why not be a fucking hoe? I feel like, there's no age limits. There's no rules to the fucking game when you could be a hoe or not. You know what I'm saying? Why not? You can be out there and do you. You can definitely do you.
You could be a hoe any age.
At any fucking age.
Any age.
Yeah.
But we joke about it so much. Like, people be like, even my son be like, Ma, you not old. Like, I always be like, I'm too old for this. I even asked him, we was riding the car last night and something was playing and I turned it down. And my son is 16 and I was like, Jay, am I too old to know all the songs? I mean, all the words to this song?
Nah.
He was like, no, Ma. And I was like, oh, okay. And I turned it back up and I was turning.
Pop that pussy, baby, like, show them niggas you.
I wasn't taking it. Listen.
See? You better, bitch. You better.
I feel like by 30, you already know what you don't want, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's even better. That's hoeing, like, to an extreme.
Right.
Like, you know what you don't want.
Right.
Come on.
So I'm like, live your life. You had your child at an early age. You had your second child or whatever. Single now. Whatever. They're grown. You have your oldest that can help you with your youngest.
Listen,
Right.
I ain't got to worry about no
Enjoy yourself.
babysitter.
Enjoy
Right.
yourself.
Okay.
There are men out there who fucking hoe all their lives.
100%.
So what's the difference between, because a guy in his 30s that's still going, not even, it's no age limit, right? A guy going through whatever he gonna go through, he's sleeping with all these different girls. Why is this such a double standard? Like, why is it different from me saying, and I know people probably gonna be like, oh, she want to be a hoe down. Yeah, bitch. Like,
yeah, exactly. Right. And that's the attitude you gotta have.
Fuck, be a hoe. You know?
But why is it so different for men though? Like, why do we not look at men different for being out there like that?
That's where the double standards come in.
Right.
You know, it's like, well, with men, you know, they want to impress their friends. Mm-hmm. It's just that pride shit. And then they be talking about, oh, well, you know, you hear that man shit. Oh, I'm a man, and this and that and that and this. And what kills me about when men say this man shit, just like off topic. What kills me about men, when, let's say when they cheat, or even when they're, relationship or whatever the case may be, and they say, oh, I'm a man shit and pride or whatever. You go out there and you cheat on your girlfriend, your wife, or whatever, right? And you go, fuck this bitch, blase, blase, blah. But then you come back home to your wife and your girlfriend, you look her in her face and you say, oh, I love
baby,
you.
I love you.
Or whatever.
You're the best thing that ever happened to me.
Well, where's that man shit at then? That man should go out that's not man shit to me. For you to sit there and go fuck some bitch and come look me in my face the next day or later on that night and tell me you love me and sleep by me and laugh and keep with me.
You be really sleeping with the devil. Shit? Like, you don't know
fucking
who
devil in disguise
you laying next to.
It don't make no sense. And then I've heard men who say, as far as when women cheat or when women hoe, it's more like passionate. Like it's supposed to be.
When women cheat, it's more passionate.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like more intimacy. That's what they're saying. Like, because the woman has to open their legs to let the guy in. But listen,
man,
I've heard that.
What?
I've heard I'm like, it don't make no fucking sense to me. A woman has to open their legs to let the man in.
Do or say anything to make you feel bad for doing you.
So,
but go ahead.
And they get mad at you because a woman cheats or whatever. They get mad at you. Oh, you cheated or whatever. You like that nigga. Well, when you want to go fuck a bitch or you want to go be with that bitch, it wasn't that way. But why is it that for me? I feel like when
men are more emotional.
They're more emotional.
We can handle it better. That's why we put up with some of the things that we put up with.
Right.
But I feel like once a woman does get to the point of cheating, like with me, I can't speak for all women. I know with me, like when I started talking to other people, one leg was out the door, as they say. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of people's like, oh, that girl's stupid. Like this boy done did this, he done did this, he done did that.
Yeah.
Me, I knew all of it. I feel like we all be knowing. Right. Like, listen to that little person inside of you. Like, you really be knowing. But I chose not to say nothing. But guarantee, like, I had my own stuff. Like, once I knew for sure. But you have to be, like, your one foot has to be out the door already. Like, you done did everything you could do to try to make this relationship work. I know that's how it was with me. Some girl, like, now, I feel like I'm just like a nigga. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah, but be some like a nigga. I feel like all women should be like fucking niggas. Yeah. You know, like they sit there, they try to set this trend or whatever. Like going back to me saying they talk about how it's more intimate. If you're saying it's more intimate because a woman opens her legs, like, okay, if she's opening her legs, right? This is her temple. This is her safe haven. You're diving into that. You know what I'm saying?
So what does that make you?
Right, what does that make you? How is that not intimate for you? You can't say it's intimate for them and not intimate for you.
They say it's more emotional for us and it's more of a physical thing for them, but that goes back to those double standards. No, it's not. It is what it is.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of women could just fuck a nigga and leave. I mean, back in my prime.
Not your prime.
In my prime.
What was we have to have?
I'm just saying
off the record conversations about your prime, because maybe I need to learn something.
I'm just saying, back in the day when you was young or whatever the case may be, you was a hoe. And a lot of women, they still hoe now, but you can fuck a nigga and you can be like, all right, I'll call you later, or maybe I'll call you next week, and that's how it can go. And with some niggas, they feel some kind of way when bitches do that. Like, what kind of shit is that?
That's what I'm on now.
Like some boomerang shit.
Like, that's what I'm on now. Like, oh, he called, I'll text him later. Like, I'm the worst person to text. I do not text you. I'll see it, and I'm like, oh, I'll respond later.
Leave them on red. Leave them on red.
Yeah, you read it.
I'll text this nigga back.
Whatever. And then they have them like, damn.
Right.
What she got going on? It's supposed to be the other way around, but nah, I'm definitely, the roles have switched.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it at that.
It's kind of weird because it's like we're supposed to trust y'all. You know, it comes from that. That's like an excuse, like low key. It's like, oh, but we're supposed to trust y'all. Y'all not supposed to do that. But if we do it,
and you do it,
yeah.
right? But I don't understand that.
But I'm gonna give you every reason in the world to trust me. Like I'm not going to cross that line. But once I know for sure. Like, that's why I said you got to listen to that voice inside of you. A lot of us dismiss it, don't pay it no attention. Once you know, you know.
Right.
So I'm going to be loyal. I'm going to do everything.
Give you all of
that
me.
I'm supposed. Exactly. I'm giving you all of me. But once I know that you, like, you don't expect me to break your trust, but I don't expect you to break my trust either.
right.
Especially at the age I'm at now. Like, I don't have time for, like, back in the day, we probably could have played, like, you do this, I do. No, we're not doing that no more.
And you know what's so crazy?
So
I feel
the trust, you broke it, I broke it too. We even, bitch.
Okay, and the women, they're much smarter when it comes to cheating and hoeing, period. You know? Like, men, they sloppy with it. Yeah, they real sloppy. They'll leave like...
That phone be like this all 24/7.
Why is it on low? Why is it vibrating?
Well, hold up. But what you see, I do that.
You do? Okay.
But I'm trying to give you my attention, though.
Give me?
24/7.
Yeah, if my phone's like this, right now it's like this because I know like I'm gonna have calls for work and shit. Like, but if I'm like focused on you, it's like that. You see, like look how she looked at my phone. She's like,
That's the first thing.
Let me see your phone. Let me see your phone. Give me your phone. Let me check
That's
it.
how you know I done been scarred because he ain't even got nothing to do with me, and I'm looking at him turn that phone over like, what you do it for?
Right. My husband would do that sometime. He have it on the ottoman in the living room. We sit down watching a movie, and I'd be like,
so
what's going on with your phone?
Well, we got that.
Yeah. And he'd be like, bitch, he'll turn it over. It got to a point, I remember back in the day, like, you know, when you young or whatever, you dating somebody, you want to know the password to your nigga's phone. It's like, no, what you want to know the password for? But we
That
grown.
used to be a big thing, but we grown now.
Yeah, so, I mean, I know his password and everything. So I'm not going to sit there and like,
but if he changed that shit, you'd be
if
tight.
he change it, I'm questioning that.
I told my girl that joke one time. Yeah, I didn't joke about that no more. Yeah, see, look.
We don't know.
Yeah, I'd be like, what? I'll pick up his phone. I'll be like, let me see if I'm... It's not 15.
What you mean?
What? You changed it when? And for what? And for who?
See?
When was that? I remember one
That's
time...
not even a good joke to play. So
Right.
if she was mad at you for the rest of the day, or if you ain't getting nothing,
She got over it.
Yeah,
she'll get over it eventually. But don't play that game because we don't do that.
Right. I remember one time he had his phone. He was in the bed and it was on vibrate. Why your phone on vibrate?
You want it loud?
I want it loud. I want to hear it. Because why you got on vibrating on your side of the bed? Listen, put it in the middle. Mutual. I need it mutual. Thank you. Okay? I don't need it on that side vibrating.
If I was him, I'd just do, just so I don't have to hear that mouth. I'd be like, whatever you want.
Tiffany know how me and Dwayne are. So it's like...
This is how I know I'm different because I would put my phone on vibrate only because I know whatever notification that goes off, I don't care if it's Facebook, if it's IG or nothing. My girl, if she hears that notification sound, she goes, what bitch is texting me right now? Every time. And I'm from, yo, it's my sister. Okay. Yeah, and I gotta go like this.
Right.
You showed me the proof.
Right. But he don't got social media. And that's for some reasons back in the day. He don't got social media now.
We don't play that shit no more.
Kind of shit. He be like, I don't want no parts of no social media. People, you got Instagram, you got Facebook? He'd be like, nope. I sure don't. So if I had notification, like he was in LA, right? And I'm on the phone with him, and you know the Snapchat notification. I said, what the fuck is that? He got two phones, okay? And when he's home, he leaves one phone home, he brings the other.
You know both passcodes?
I know, yes, I do. I sure do. Okay? I had a notification. I said, what's that? He said, oh, that's such and such phone.
FaceTime me. Let me see.
Let me see. No, it was a Snapchat, because I know the Snapchat notification. I said, what's that?
Yo, so the next iPhone update, you could share your screen during FaceTime. How do y'all feel about that?
Don't ask me. Listen, I done been through that. Don't ask me. I don't even care to know at this point. Maybe if I'm married, I don't know. I don't care to know the password to your phone.
Really?
I don't know. At this point, even in my relationship, like at that point, he was doing what he was doing. I was doing what I was doing. Don't ask me to look at mine either. I don't want to see. I don't care to see it. Like if I can't trust you, then it is what it is.
Yeah, it's a good
But nah, I don't want to share. Don't ask me to share my stuff.
Yeah, I don't like my girl looking at my phone, even though like there's nothing.
I would say
there's
even
nothing there.
Right.
But I feel like you.
It's your privacy.
that your significant other will always just find something.
Yeah, something that's going to bother them. That's going to irk them.
It'll probably be a like from Facebook from last year, and he'd be like, "Why he was liking your picture?" Like,
come on, let's not do that. If they're not liking my page or they not liking my photo, then what you doing with it? You be happy they fucking liking me.
That's what I'm saying. You should be happy that you got the girl that everybody want, but you have, but you still want to be stupid,
right?
Over some BS. Nope, I'm not sharing my nothing with you.
Yeah, and that's what I think me and him have grown. And so, like, if my phone goes off, he knows the notifications too. He's like, that's what a double standard come in, right? So if he had Facebook or whatever, I'm like, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that? But when my notifications come on, he'd be like, Tanny, your phone's going on. And he'll tread lightly. He won't say nothing like, oh, people, they in your inbox like crazy.
See, yeah.
I'm joking.
We know better.
We
know better. You can't make that joke because then it makes it okay for y'all to make that joke even more.
Yeah.
Can't have that.
And sometimes I think, he'd be like serious but trying to joke about it. He'd be like, oh, who's in your inbox? He want to know who the fuck texting or who the fuck is in my DMs or who in your inbox today. And I'll be like, Dwayne, it's such that. He'd be like, I was just joking. No, you wasn't. You wanted to know who was
kind of joking and kind of not joking. Like, he was kind of joking and kind of serious.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why do you think, like men cheat? Like, why do you think men cheat? There's a difference between men and women. Why do you think what the difference is?
I can't wait to hear this.
Yeah,
why we cheat?
The opportunity presents itself. Like, that's one of the main reasons, because they can.
Yeah, and they put themselves in sticky situations.
Y'all can.
What? Put ourselves in sticky situations?
Say word you don't have somebody on your phone that you could cheat with right now. No offense to your hubby.
No,
if he's listening to this.
Shit, nah. No, to be honest, I don't. Well, I mean...
See, I'm not saying it's a real option, though.
No, not on my phone, but on social media, since we started doing this podcasting thing, in the inbox.
Right, I talk about my inbox being lit, but now some people been coming out the woodworks,
See, even in your, but y'all got
and they know
that's a double standard.
But we know, women are different, because men, they'd be like, oh, this bitch hitting me? Like a bitch they knew from like high school or something like that.
Right, we know it, we see it, we read it, be like, whatever, keep it moving.
They'll
see it and be like, oh yeah, she...
What? That's how y'all think we think?
Yeah, that's how
I think so. Because I'm like, in my mind, y'all think about sex all the fucking time.
I mean, from personal experience, not all the time, but if we do, I mean, it gotta be with our girls. If you have a girl in this case, it gotta be with our girls.
I just think, you guys, in my mind, I look at guys, I'd be like, your mind frame is definitely different.
Yeah.
I'll agree that it's like okay, well, I mean, let's say even for me, right? I got my girl and thing. If the opportunity comes knocking, I'm not taking it.
Yeah, okay.
But I'll be a little gassed that the opportunity is there.
Right, you would be looking.
But that's how you gotta know when you're doing better or not. Like, you gotta do better. You can't take that opportunity just because it's there. Yeah, but not even growth. I'm in a relationship. I can't be taking an opportunity.
But
a lot of men don't think like that.
A lot of men don't think like that. You know, I know some men.
But we talking about like guys in relationships or like
in relationships. There are some men who get in a relationship with a female, right? An innocent female.
Was she innocent?
She gotta be. She innocent. I'm just saying, innocent bystander. Okay. Get in a relationship with this female.
Yeah.
And mind you, they probably got out of a relationship, from before or whatever. And they have not healed, or they're not over the ex-girlfriend. So they get into a relationship with this new girl, and they take out all the frustration and all that anger and all that whatever on this new girl, off of the strength of what that old bitch did to them.
Welcome to my life.
And that's so fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? That's so inconsiderate. That's so selfish. Like, you haven't healed from. You knew you haven't healed from that situation. So why would you jump in?
But they be thinking they be healed. Like, in their mind, they're over it. They're healed. They don't give a fuck about you.
They
blah blah blah.
They hurt.
Right. That's that hurt that's in them. But they'll never let it show. But like you said, they do take it out on. Not even if it's the other girl. Like, they just take it out on different situations in their lives. Like, moving forward. Yeah. If you made that type of an impact on them, then they're going to always remember you and how you did shit and what you did.
Right.
And like you said, they do take it out on the other girl. They take it out on people close to them. They take it out when they're at work. Like, I just know this from personal experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's like you haven't got over this ex. So you still in love with the ex. So you still in love with that girl you was fucking. So you trying to, in a whole, you trying to make that girl jealous. So, you gonna let her know, I'm with this new bitch. I'm doing this or whatever case may be, blah, blah, blah. But you still, like, you're sabotaging this innocent fucking female because you still fucking hurt. You're not admitting that you're hurt. Why can't men admit?
But John never did that?
Who?
You never, like, got another man and you wanted to make sure your ex knew you got that new man? There's damn double standard. See?
My friend had to... I have wanted to be petty. Like, I found out some
That's
stuff.
That's where that petty shit come in. Right.
That's what I'll do. I'm going to be petty. And one day I wanted to be petty, like really petty. And my homegirl had to talk me out of it. Because I was like, I'm going to go for your jugular. Like, I'm going to do...
Yeah, y'all
like,
fucked up.
Yeah.
It could be like this.
It could be like that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you want to be parading her around? Let me. I was gonna send him screenshots of my sex tape. Like, bitch, don't. Play with me.
Why y'all like this, yo?
Like, no. You think it's a game? That's how petty.
Look at see, she ain't innocent. Talking about I'm innocent. No, bitch, she filthy.
My homegirl had to talk me out of it. Like. She was like, no, Tiff, like, he is going to kill you. Don't do that.
Nah.
But I want to go for your joke. So we show out her in different ways. I'm going to be petty.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you feel this big. Like,
women,
play with me.
we do that. So that's another
Y'all know how to fuck us up. I had a homegirl.
I know I do.
Oh, yeah. I had a homegirl of mine. Her man cheated on her. Well, not cheated on her. So he DM'd a friend of hers, like, some wild shit. Like, let me eat your ass or some shit like that. And he thought that she wouldn't know. Right?
So he did it on purpose, not playing no games or nothing?
He didn't think she was going to find out that he did that shit, right?
Right.
Weeks later, they broke off from each other, right? And she was still tight about it, right? My homegirl. You know what she did?
What?
She went on IG, right? She got his friend. You know how you can make people your close friend?
Right.
His friends as her close friends, right? And then she put a picture up, right? Of a hand on her thigh. Some dude's hand on her thigh. Her best friend, like a dude. But a dude, right? A hand on her thigh. Right? Guess what? 2 seconds after posting that, he was like, yo, who the fuck is that?
Oh, yeah.
He was like, what? You trying to play me?
Yeah.
But he don't got her as a close friend. He had all her other friends. All his other friends like that.
Double standard.
And so all his friends had seen that.
And then texted him.
And that's what killing him. All my friends.
That's another thing. There. Men gossip. We think we be gossiping. Men gossip. I have been in
This is the second time. This is the second time I heard that, yeah, we have the tea. We do have the tea.
Y'all do have
Guys
the tea.
be
Y'all get
knowing.
together, y'all be talking about a whole bunch of shit.
That pillow talk be real. Like, I used to know everybody business. Like, and I think he was probably telling me that to take my attention away from what he had going on.
Right.
But I knew all of his friends' business. I knew such and such was cheating on his wife with such and such.
That shit, right?
And he be there. He said he get off work at this time, but he really be there. Like, I knew everybody's business. But he was just telling me everybody's business to make him seem like he was the angel. And yeah, this was my homeboys doing. But I ain't like them. Like, it was probably the leader.
That's all we got. That's all we can do. We gotta just make sure that y'all know we're not doing this.
Yeah.
But we know people who can do it.
My friend's doing it, but that's like the company you keep.
Right.
That is the company. So if all your homeboys are hoes and you sit here saying, I'm this angel with this halo and I'm in a relationship, but you not being a hoe too?
That's saying birds of a feather, whatever, flock together, whatever that fucking saying is. I feel like it's true in some sense. You know, when a guy be like, oh, your friend's a hoe.
So that means you a hoe?
That means you a hoe. I'll be like, no, I'm not that or whatever.
See?
But, you know, you look at a man sometime or the nigga that you with, he be like, hanging with like a whole bunch of fucking niggas who cheat and do their wife wrong and stuff like that or whatever the case may be.
So what y'all talking about? What you doing with them? Why you with them?
Because I know he cheating on his wife or I know he cheating on his girlfriend. Yeah, you told me. We had a conversation last night and you told me this and that and this. But baby, nothing. I don't want you hanging with him. Don't talk to him. Let me tell you something. My husband had a friend at one point in time who I hated. And
there's always one.
I could not stand this friend. And when I tell you, me and him would go back and forth in arguments about talking to this friend. And he know the friend longer than he knew me, you know, at the time. You know, he grew up with him. They did whatever. And it was like, and I saw the friend and what he was doing and what he was trying to do, how he was trying to move. And I'm like, I don't want you talking to him. I don't want you doing this. Or then
Did he listen?
No.
Of course
Over
not.
time, I realized over time.
He began to see what you saw, right?
I had to realize, like, you know what? I'm just going to let that go.
So you trust
let
your
that
girl's judgment
play
on
out.
your friends?
I don't give her a say on my friends.
Okay.
I can't. I mean, we've been together for like a year and change. I can't give her a say. Only because I love my friends too much. And it's like we know they're bullshit too.
Yeah.
But it's not, their bullshit isn't why I'm friends with them. It's for other shit. So that's as far as I can go with that.
Right. I guess you got, like I said, let it play out.
But you knew there was some shit that was wrong.
Right.
Though. That's the
outside
difference.
Looking in.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was already in a situation for years, and he didn't see it. It was like his brother, his ride or die nigga or whatever. Yeah. So he was like, he probably knew his faults and his wrongs or whatever. But since he's known him for so long, like going back to the ship show, this person is bad for you or whatever. But since
toxic friends.
Yeah. But I'm gonna stick with this nigga because he's my brother, or he's, somebody I've known for years.
Right.
So I realized, like, you know what? After the argument of me and him going back and forth all the time, it was not fucking worth it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let it play out. And then that day came. When I say, oh, bitch, when I say,
did you rub it in his face?
Thank you.
That I told you moment.
Yes. I said, he was like, bitch, don't say it. I said, can I say it? Can I give it to you?
Give it
one more time. Can I give it to you?
I have a question for y'all, and I'm gonna digress real quick. All right. Well, you're single, right? I feel like I feel like you already know off the bat this answer, so I'm curious for how you feel.
Okay.
All right. You're out on the dinner with some dude. Bill comes. Who paying?
He paying money.
Why is he paying?
No, because usually.
Why can't y'all split it?
I'm not splitting it.
Why?
Because he probably asked me out in the first place. That's where the difference is. Like, if I'm not going to ask you out, like, I can probably like you and admire you, but I'm not going to.
Why can't you ask him out?
I don't know. I've been in a relationship for a really long time. So even now, I don't know how to date. Like, dudes be reaching out and I'd be like, I don't know.
But do you feel like
my favorite color?
It's obligatory for a guy to ask you out? Or an obligation?
Who I am, like, right now? Yeah. I'm just not in a space where I'm going to ask you. I don't think so. Or maybe I just haven't met that guy who I wanted him so bad.
You want to
so
approach
where
him?
I'm going to approach him. But if I did, if I'm like, yo, meet me for coffee at Starbucks at such and such.
So you got the coffee.
I would probably pay for that. Or even if I invite him to dinner, I feel like, who invited who? Because if you told me you wanted me to, if you wanted to take me on a date, then you better pay. I'm gonna always make sure, no matter what we
have
go,
money on
I have
you,
the money to pay.
just in case.
Like,
the nigga be like, listen, I think I was watching a show. What is this show? Married to Millions or something like that? And I tell you, no lie, this guy, he dating this girl or whatever. This nigga has millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. They sitting at the table. They had to go to a burger joint. They did beers and burgers.
I don't mind that though.
The nigga says to her, you gonna pay for half of your bill, half of the bill or whatever
At a burger spot?
She's like,
why is that a problem?
But I guess it depends on, I don't know. It depends on the person. I'm just not that person. If I invite you out, then I have no problem paying because I know I'm going to pick the spot where I know I can afford.
Okay.
I'm going to pick the spot where, like, this is me inviting you into my world. You know what I'm saying? So I have no problem picking up the bill if I invited you out. But don't ask me out on a date and then when we get there and the bill come, you be like, oh, babe, we splitting it. Because anybody who know me know, and I don't even do it on purpose. I always end up ordering the most expensive shit on the menu. That's cool. For some reason,
Why
and I don't even
not?
like. Yeah, I want the lobster and I want the steak
and the shrimp. You know what? Give me that champagne right there. That bottle. I want the whole bottle.
We gonna need a bottle only because, like, what we gonna do with this cup? We gonna order a bunch. You might as well order the bottle. But
it's nothing wrong for him to say. I guess, like, going back to the Married to Millions, nothing wrong for him to, for the girl to even pay half. Nothing wrong with that. But in my mind, he had millions of fucking dollars. We had a fucking burger joint.
I feel, now this is what I think, right? And this is why, because since y'all talking about double standards this week, right? I feel like if a guy don't pay the bill, y'all look at it as like broke. And if a woman pays the bill, she's independent.
I got the power. Like I will, and I don't even do it on purpose, but I will feel like you
This
have
broke
that
ass
power,
nigga. Because it's like you fucking invited me out, and you talking about I gotta pay the bill or pay half of the bill.
We at a burger joint,
nigga. And I guess that's the problem with a lot of women. I'm gonna say black women, but a lot of women, we be like, this nigga is broke. He had me fucking.
See it, look. But why he gotta be broke? What if it's like a unity thing? Like, let's do this together.
I think that comes.
Talk to me about it before.
Beforehand.
Yeah.
And I
Talk to me about it prior.
But you see, that's
to.
weird. But now I gotta talk to you about money before we go on this real date.
You know, when it comes to when it comes to dates,
listen, right.
Also, don't get it twisted. I pay all bills.
Okay.
Don't get it twisted. But you see how there's still like you gotta hold your breath a little bit. Like
We was about to.
Our producer is telling us that he don't pay his girl's bills.
That picture was gonna forever be embedded in my head. Like, nah, we not going nowhere.
Yeah, see, look at that.
We not doing no group dinner.
Fuck that.
We gonna have to pay.
I feel like when it comes to dating, you can't talk about it prior to. Like, we going out for a date. Like, I'm meeting you there or you picking me up. We can't talk about your finances or if you going to have me pay half. We can't talk about it. But, like, me in a marriage, right? Mm-hmm. Like, me and my husband will go out. I'll be like, you know what? I'm not going to tell him. Sometimes I'm not going to tell him I'm going to pay for the meal. Mm-hmm. I wait for the bills to come. I'm going to pay for it this time. Yeah. Or do you want to go half? Or even if he say, I'm going to take you out on a date. So go to the movies and da-da-da-da. Right. And I'd be like, all right. Even though he said he going to pay.
And you pay for the popcorn.
That's why it was hard for me to ask you first, because I knew y'all probably had it all situated.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And you got a vibe in a relationship. You know who's paying for what. Exactly. You don't have to ask. Yeah. But like you were saying, I'm sorry.
Me, I'd be quiet. I'd be in a corner like, I hope he don't think I'm paying for it.
And your head, bitches be like that. They be like, listen, I hope he don't think, 'cause I got $1 in my fucking account and I don't got time for this nigga
to pay for nothing.
What you doing though if he says, yo, we're splitting this?
I mean,
you got $1 in your account.
If I got $1 in my account,
and he invited you out, okay, on a date, and it's like this, them corporate.
How do you even
niggas.
talk yourself out? That's not a good question to ask me because I'm not going anywhere
with $1 in your account.
With nothing. If you say that we go into Subway, if I have $1, no, we're not. I'm not gonna do it. If I only have I'm not doing anything beyond my means. I'm not going with you to Noble or to anywhere if I know that I can't afford this $300 meal on my own. So me, I'm not a good person.
All right, you got the money then. You got the money. Mm-hmm. But he's like, y'all didn't talk. You had a great date. Mm-hmm. Great day. He was a gentleman or whatever the fuck you want, right?
Right.
Because sometimes people be wanting somebody nasty, like rude and shit. It'd be like that, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. They want something for it.
He's what you want. He's like, oh yeah, we splitting this, right? What are you doing?
What you going?
Does that ruin the whole date?
It ruins the vibe.
Why?
I'm gonna put my game face on. Like, you're not gonna know how I'm feeling. I'm gonna put my game. I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna play. You wanna play? I'm gonna play along with you. Mm-hmm. But so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna act like it don't bother me. In my head, I'm like,
it's bothering the fuck out of you.
But why is it bothering you if y'all had such a great date? Mm-hmm. What if he's just like, first of all, gentlemen, guys, don't do this. But that's what I was gonna say. I don't like that idea. There shouldn't be no testing anywhere. Right. All right, but let's say what if that was just him? He's like, oh yeah, we splitting this, right? That's it.
I'm gonna put my game face on and I'm gonna be like, all right, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably gonna go.
There's no second date.
Like, it's no.
And there,
I don't know.
Damn, but that ruins everything.
Had me like that.
Oh, of course.
You know what's funny too? It's some girls that will have $1 in their account and go out with a fucking nigga. But go to Noble. And go out with a nigga and they know that he's gonna pay. Oh, they don't know he's gonna pay. They assume he's gonna pay. But let's say that they go out with the fucking nigga, right? Mm-hmm. Got $1 in the account. Mm-hmm. And he says, listen, you either gonna give me an pussy or I'm gonna pay for this meal. It's something that gotta come with it.
I pay for the whole meal.
Right. It's like
ain't no trade-offs.
Right. I'm with that.
But some bitches go out there. Some bitches know when they go out on a date with niggas, they know that they gonna have to fuck them. I feel like some bitches know that. It's like if a nigga invites you on a vacation.
But do they have to?
They don't have to, but in your head, when you go out with somebody, that's somebody that you know. Not saying you, some bitches they date on the first night, whatever. But you go on a date with a nigga or whatever, in the back of your head, I'm probably gonna have to fuck this nigga tonight.
Yeah, you be knowing, like you don't want to admit, but you kind of
know that you gotta get in the shower, wash that punani, make sure you good to go. But there are definitely women out there who go out there with $1 in their account, ready to fuck, making sure she eats, and that's just how it goes. And that's what a double standard.
I've heard that before, like you dating for food, you dating for that meal.
But you never heard a nigga say that they, a woman invite him out. He ain't got $1 he got $1 in his account or whatever. You ain't never hear a man like that. So I guess it is a double standard because women always feel like it's the man's duty. It's the man's job to do this and that.
They gotta pay.
They gotta pay. And I feel like it's wrong of us to assume that he has to pay all the time or assume because he asked to split the bill that he's broke. It's not, that's how he's raised. His mama raised him right, maybe. You never know.
So that brings up the topic of masculinity. And do you think that masculinity, does it destroy societies? Like the masculine world that we live in? Because we look at him like, I am going to look at you like you don't have to pay, but I am going to look at you like you need to be paying this bill. But that's like what we consider that masculine energy. Like
he's holding it down as a man.
You should be able to hold it down.
Yeah.
But why is society like that? Because we can stand right beside some dudes that we making more money than, and society has changed. Like we standing on these same.
It's how we raised. I feel like, that's how every woman period is raised. And so you grow up and you feel like, listen, I'm gonna be fucking independent. I don't need no fucking nigga or whatever. But I feel like as far as that is concerned, it's just how we fucking raised. We think like that. That's our thought process. We feel like the man's supposed to do this. The man's supposed to pay the bills.
Gender roles.
Like we supposed right. Like it's the thing. Oh, housewife. The man supposed to go out there and do his shit and do his thing. I'm supposed to be home and cook and clean, watch the kids, and make sure
feminine role
and make sure I fuck him at night. You know what I'm saying? So that's just it's fucked up. But that's just how it works.
It is.
Am I fucked up for thinking that if my girl don't got a job, I can't be with her?
But did she lose?
Did she lose? Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not with those exceptions. And that I understand. Like, obviously, if she loses a job, that's different. Yeah. But I like knowing I'm with a girl that's working, or doing something. I don't like no stay-at-home wife type shit.
Yeah, I want to go get her.
Especially with the way everything is now. I feel like in my relationship that I was in, for me to even be doing this, he'll have a problem with it. Like he was fine with me. I worked from home for mad long, so he was cool. Like, you making money, but you in this house, you ain't going away, you ain't around no dudes. Yeah. So he was cool with that. Like, I wouldn't want the next person I take serious to be okay with me not doing nothing, not be out there making money. I want to make money just like you.
Right.
Like,
and I feel like
let's get it.
I respect my husband for that because I know some of his friends, people that he know, like my husband, for example, like he wants me to progress. He want me to make money. He want me to go out there and do my best. He encourages me. Like he uplifts me. And then I know he has friends out there who their wife or their husband, their girlfriend will get taxes or whatever back, and they'd be like, "Why I didn't get my taxes back? Or why is she getting more money?" They don't want their wife to be out there working or getting more money to them. They don't want their wife to be out there and being successful. They don't want that.
Some guys
and
don't
that's
want
so
that. I think
fucked
that's
up.
weird.
And that's crazy to me because when me and my husband, we sat down one time, we sitting there talking, going back and forth, and he's telling me about situations, and I'm like, that don't make no fucking sense. Why wouldn't a man want to uplift their woman, to encourage their woman? You know what I'm saying? But there are men out there, and I'm so lucky to have the wing, because I do see men out there who are fucked up individuals who don't want the woman in their house. They want the woman just to cook, to clean, wash the kids, don't do nothing.
I know some people like that. Them gender roles, let's throw them out the window. So I do respect a man who don't want to see his girl just laid up all day. You at home, you ain't really doing nothing. Like, I want to see you. Like, I would hope that my man would want to see me making boss moves just like him.
Yeah, some men, when they see a woman doing that, they be like, "Oh no, she moving too fast for me. I gotta know."
Like that. That is so weird. But hey, that just goes. I guess it just depends.
I don't
We are
get
not
it.
in the 60s no more. I'm
Tell
not
me.
just gonna be at home. How they used to say, barefoot and pregnant. Not
Barefoot
me.
and pregnant, bent over, panties down. Every
You-
time you come in the door, I'm supposed to be bent over, panties down. I mean, I don't mind that. Now, But anyway, moving on. How do you, in situation now, how do you feel about, going out there and like just dating? What are you looking for in a man now?
Listen, I did something last year where I just sat down and I wrote down all of the qualities that I wanted. Like, I described, because I saw somebody, I was watching something, and it was like, when you're manifesting that guy that you want,
Okay.
be specific. Like, you be specific with his height and his physique and his mind frame, whether he could make you laugh. Bitch, I got a whole book of, that's probably why I'm still single, because God be like, that ain't him. Nope, that ain't him. He missing 2 things off your list, so that ain't him. Oh no, his penis, he got a Peter Weeder. That ain't him.
Peter Weeder. Remember, Peter Weeder. We don't want no Peter Weeders. Big dicks only. Thank you.
So God know, like, so maybe that's why I'm still single. And I'm so petty. Like, it could be a guy with almost everything checked off, but let me tell you how petty I am. I was vibing with this guy. Like, we were texting and it was cool. We met on like Instagram, him following me. We started messaging. It was so cool. We had really dope text conversations. He called me and I didn't like his voice. Bitch, his voice.
Ooh.
His voice was.
How would you feel if he said I didn't like your voice? How would you feel?
You heard my voice. Like, you.
What was his voice like? Was
What
it
was
like
the voice like?
was it like higher pitched like
It
mine?
was high pitch. I'm like, I'm talking to a fucking woman.
Higher than this?
It was high.
Got a high voice.
I think I have a high voice.
No, but his was more
I have like a
on
younger voice, quote unquote.
Okay.
You be hearing some. I have a friend of mine, right? He got all the lower tones that I would have ever needed in my life. Like, oh, it was good with you. What you do? I don't got any of that.
But some of me trying to make their voice sound more masculine. They be like, cut it out.
Yeah,
you
don't
don't
do that.
sound like that, nigga.
But his voice was a little too high pitched for me, and I remember.
Can you give us an example?
Yes. Yes. Give us a little
As an
bit. Give it
audio
to us.
and
Give it to
visual
us, bitch.
podcast, I'm sure people at home would like to hear that.
She said, I gotta show you. Hold on. Let me drink
Yeah.
a little bit. Let me show y'all something.
I think everybody at home would like to hear
We want to hear that. Right.
how this sounds like.
Oh, he don't know who I'm talking about.
She said he gonna know. Fuck it.
But I was like, I answered him. He asked for he been had my number, so he was like, I'm about to call you, and I'm like, yo, what's up? He was like, hey Tiff, how you doing?
No, that's how he did it.
Like
It
you,
was
like how you
really
sound right now.
soft. That's how you sound like that.
It was really soft. It really, hey Tiff, how you doing?
Oh nah.
I would have been like that too. Like, nah, nigga.
I will never. I don't care how good I never answered the phone. I never answered another text.
Wow.
I probably missed my blessing, y'all. Like,
Right? What if he was everything you ever needed?
Right. She missed her blessing.
I missed my blessing because I didn't like his voice. Like, we were texting for weeks, like probably longer than that, because he would, you know how they start off sending, like, they like a picture. Then they love the picture.
Right.
And then they start commenting, probably not on the picture, but just like, in your inbox when you post to your story, like, oh, that's cute. So it built up. So this is weeks and weeks and weeks. Then he finally was like, let me get your number, let me call you. And the first hello that came out his mouth, I was like, shit. Like,
damn.
It's a wrap.
So did you hold like a full conversation? Or
I'm sure I figured out a way to get off the phone with him. How can you hold a full conversation with a man that sound like you?
I ain't fucking no woman.
Exactly. I probably did miss my blessing.
Right.
So now let me ask something real quick.
Yes.
Now let's say if I don't want to fuck with a girl who got a deep ass voice, am I fucked up?
I was gonna say that. Because that line I be hearing a lot of
Because I feel like if someone takes this clip out of context, if you ever cut this as a clip, they're like, that's funny, I get it.
Yeah.
He had a bitch ass voice, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But then if I were to be like, I ain't fucking with no girl with a deep voice, everyone would be like, cancel him
You
now.
will be canceled. This is cancel culture, and you would
No,
be canceled.
I wouldn't put nothing past you. I would agree. If you don't want no bitch with a deep ass voice, you don't want to be, what's up, my nigga? What's up? How you doing? We going out tonight? You don't want to fuck with no bitch like that.
But ain't that fucked up though? That's the double standard there too.
That is. But I don't think no nigga want a bitch that sound like that. Sounded more masculine than him. What kind of shit is that? That don't make no sense.
Yeah.
What up?
That's common though, where like if a guy wants a certain thing, it seems like we're fucked up, right? Because we're expecting something out of a woman. But if a woman wants something out of a man, it's like, oh, she knows what she wants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But when guys, it is. I see your point. It is different, but oh well.
That's one thing I want to tell y'all though. I feel like something this week I learned personally is like there's nothing wrong with understanding a double standard. Like it's fine. Right. It be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes
And like it's like how you understood like, oh, I get it if a guy doesn't want to be with a woman with a deep ass voice.
I get it. Yeah.
It be like that. It's just what you choose to do with that double standard.
It's your preference.
You know?
It's just that's how you feel.
Damn, was that guy was that like I can't I think that's hilarious. But I get it though. I get it.
I wish I could hear his voice. She said, hello.
Oof.
Hi, Tiffany. How you doing?
I'm gonna go to his page when we leave.
I want to see what he looks like before
He
you
gonna
go.
block your ass. You talking about me, bitch? You talking about me?
Two of the guys that we were talking about, because one of somebody I spoke about in the first episode, I saw that I had a. I don't care. I
don't care. Look at her. Them drinks. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna talk about it. Okay.
We're gonna talk about it today. No, but I saw I had a message from him, and I was like, he knew what I was talking about.
He knew I was talking. Yes.
But then it took me forever. Like if I'm afraid to know what you're gonna say, that's another thing that's gonna keep me from looking at your text message.
Yeah.
It took me forever to look at it, and he was just like, he brought up some old stuff, trying to holler, but I was scared to look at that shit at first. I was like, he knew I was talking about him, and then somebody else. Remember, I told you that he was in my inbox.
They coming out. They like boom, boom, boom. They coming. They coming, nigga.
Tape with, and I was like, he would put some shit like that out. He hit me up.
Oof.
And I told her, I was like, guess who hit me up? And she like, who? And I told her. So I talked to her later that night, and she was like, girl, did you text him back? And I was like, no. And what did I say? I was like,
I'll text him later or something. I don't know.
I was like, let me text him back before he had my ass naked on Facebook.
I said, you better call that nigga. You better call him right away. Next time you gonna see that.
I'm gonna start getting a bunch of notifications.
Bing, bing, bing. Bitch,
I didn't answer that call.
I'm like, Tiffany, you better get online right now. He got your ass all over the place.
It didn't look good though.
She said, listen, I did my shit. I don't give a fuck.
Listen,
they see it.
That camera was on. We was put on a show. I was like, let me text his ass back. But he had me naked on the book for real.
All right, because she definitely, when she found out, she was like, who the fuck? I was on the phone with her when she found out. She's like, who the fuck is this?
Where he come from?
Oh my God.
Let me respond back to him. But he do some things.
Oh my God. You know what I wanted to ask also? Why do you think that, some men or some women, like, they choose to sleep with, like, multiple people? Like, being
a hoe.
Just be it. I mean, it's whole shit. But why do we do that? Because I know some girls who have daddy issues.
That can be an issue.
That could be an issue.
I mean, I didn't have no... or you done been through some things. Like, you done been ghosted a few times.
Mm-hmm. Girl, you better cut it out. Cut it. She know what she doing. Shut up.
Why you getting her in trouble? Why you getting her in trouble?
Shit. No, but why women choose to be hoes?
Why?
Because they tired. Like, I keep joking. I be joking. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm ready to go through my whole phase. Like, most of my friends did it in college. But the reason why is, like, I'm not ready to take nobody serious. Like, I was tied down for so long. I just want to have fun.
Yeah, live your life.
Date me, court me. Like, I was wifey since I was a little girl. Like, my son is the age I was. My son is 16. Mm-hmm. I was 16 when I got pregnant with him. So, like, not saying my life ended, because I still got to do a lot. Every that never...
Vacation and stuff like that.
Shout out to the girls who really don't have help. But I had a lot of help. So I was still able to do what But I was still that girl that held down. And I acted like a wife.
Yeah.
So now I'm ready to probably because, like I said, the inbox be lit. So I'd be like, let me talk to him. Okay.
She be asking me. I'd be like, girl, go ahead and do what you gotta do.
So I would be a hoe.
You wouldn't be considered a hoe. I feel like you living your life.
Yeah.
Don't look at it like that. For all the women out there, don't look at it like, oh, I'm being a hoe or this and that.
Or go be a hoe. Who cares, yo?
Yeah, you know what?
Wait,
not
what you say? A dude.
No, or do as in like,
go be a hoe. Who cares? Dude, I was no.
No, go out there and live your life. Do what you gotta do. I'm not saying
I don't know how to date though.
What you mean?
Number one, I get.
That's why you
on them sites.
No. I ain't even gonna lie. I had signed up for a dating site. No, bitch, not Tinder.
I don't know what Tinder. I don't even know what Tinder is. I know it's a dating site.
I don't know much about it. I just know that people be on there looking for sex. So no, I wasn't on Tinder, but I was on a few dating because I know some people who it has worked for. But me, I feel like I'm the type. I have to know you. I have to know you.
Okay.
So I can't. I can't just meet you off even if it's a social media thing. Like I've watched you all this time. Like I know kind of not your life, but I kind of got an idea. It's hard for me to look on any of these dating sites and be like, I like his profile picture, so we just gonna let it be.
Some of that should be fabricated.
It's hard for me.
Oh, indeed.
I think that one day, I think I am going to go through a whole phase. I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk about it.
And you should
ask me about it again.
What time is it? 2:43. We're going to start at 8? We start at 8 o'clock?
Can I have some time?
Gosh.
Wait, real quick before y'all move on. I'm curious. Does body count matter to y'all?
That was something I was thinking about. Body count. Okay. To me, let me tell you something. My husband told me his body count. That's something I think that's a very sensitive topic for.
You know what they say about body counts, right?
You got double it or something?
Yeah, that's funny. I was just talking about.
I didn't hear. What's that?
So you know, it's funny. In my guy, I have group chats, right? Right. This is the guy group chat I'm talking about, right?
Okay.
They said, I always got that one. God bless his soul. I always got that one friend of mine who got the dumbest opinions. I love it so much, though.
They always got one friend.
But it's so thought provoking, and y'all talk about it.
Yeah.
If a woman gives you a count, you gotta double it. Is what we found out, quote unquote. There's an equation.
I heard that. But wait, didn't J. Cole say that in his in the rap? I think so, but that's not true because if I listen, I was in a relationship for a really long time, and also like I always felt like. Like, I don't want too many people to have that authority over me or power over me to be like, I didn't have her. So my count is kind of low. Like with a dude, that's the double standards. With a dude is different.
But if you're looking at me and I told you I had 15, are you looking at me different?
Oh, that's low for me.
All right, good. Because if you're looking at me and if I tell you I got 30.
I'm like, that ain't nothing.
That ain't nothing and that's crazy.
For a guy.
That's so crazy. But that's what double standard.
And I'm saying I didn't have 15 people.
Oh, that bitch is a hoe. She fucked 15 people.
I be looking at myself like, ugh.
See, but why? Why you gotta look at yourself like that?
No, I told you I'm gonna go through my whole phase. I'm gonna update y'all about it. We gonna catch up time next month. But
what's a good number for men to hear a woman say? What's a good number? 1?
I'm not gonna lie, I fall in this double standard because if my girl could have had as many as she wanted, right? Lie to me, bro. Don't tell me how many you really had. Lie to me. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, men want to be lied to.
Lie to me.
Want to be lied to?
We don't really want to hear this shit,
and we don't want to be lied to.
We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it.
Tell me the truth.
Don't tell me you're lying though.
Right, don't tell me. I'm gonna be like, it was only 3.
When my husband told me his
even
count,
if you double it, the 6 don't even sound bad, but guys want to hear
I'm gonna still hear 6 every day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at you and be like 6?
Right.
Every single time.
And then you know what's so funny? The way and be like, oh, your number changes every time we talk about this shit. I'm like, it does. Hold on, it was hold on, it did change.
You keep track?
I don't keep track, but I know for a fact. Okay, it had to be at least 10.
I can't believe you just told all them people.
Can we cut that out? I'll cut that out. Cut it.
But ain't nothing wrong with that though.
Ain't nothing wrong with like 10, okay?
But first of all, you gotta stop saying it.
Okay. Compared to I
know some people who number is double that, triple that. I know some girls who was like that in high school, but it just depends on a person. So, we want to leave you guys with some tips.
Yes.
And we call this segment Tiff. Just going back to, I know me and LeVar had this conversation, and just tying into everything, it took me a long time to find my voice.
Okay.
It took me a really, really, really long time to even be able to talk in front of anybody, let alone on a podcast that we telling everybody to listen to. So listen to that voice. Don't be afraid, to speak exactly how you feel. Let people know what it is. Don't leave me in the dark. Just listen to yourself. We all have that voice inside of us that we don't pay attention to. Don't let that voice go unnoticed. I want all of us, that's what I want young girls to focus on. Just listen to yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Live
unapologetic.
That word right there. I've been drinking a little bit, but that word right there. Don't be afraid to live like that. You know what I'm saying? You know your situation. Be real with yourself, and you know the best outcomes for you.
Yeah.
Me coming up here took the biggest leap of faith, one that I never would have thought to take. But I listened to, for the first time in my life. Yeah. I listened to that voice. And it's a lot of firsts going on for me. Like, I never would have thought that I would have been here talking about being a hoe. Or thinking about it.
I done told my fucking count.
Exactly. Thinking about exactly.
No one knows that it's 10.
Yeah. We're gonna keep on that. It was this many.
Well, compared to him, shit, this is fucking, I got 0.
Listen, but at the same time, you only live once.
Yeah.
Make that shit count.
Yes.
And we're going to leave it at that. And we want to make sure all of you follow us.
Yes, on Instagram. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. Let's just leave it at that. Also, we are on all streaming platforms for podcasters. Let's just leave it at that. Okay. Yes. And make sure you catch us every fucking Wednesday. Every Wednesday
we release.
Unapologetic, uncut, motherfucking raw.
We giving y'all more stuff. I'm not bringing no drinks next week because
all over the fucking place.
Let y'all know a little too much.
Right.
Now she ain't gonna let it go. She could be talking about that dude. Show me this dude again. Who got the little voice? But no, just live your life. We only got one of these shits, and we gonna live it to the fullest. If you wanna be a hoe, bitch, be a hoe. Yes. If you want to be that housewife, be a housewife.
Do what you want to do. Live your life. You can be a housewife and be a hoe. Be a hoe to your husband. Be a hoe to your man. Fuck it.
Exactly. So you can, of course, for more information on our podcast, follow us. Like she said, let's just leave it at that podcast on all streaming platforms. Yes. Personally, as I am Tiffany Rennell, and you are
Tanny. Let's keep it Tanny. Tanny. No, I ain't let them know all my information yet.
There you go.
Let's just leave it at that. Follow me. You
follow me. She
catch me when you can.
Catch her when you can.
Catch me when you
can.
She
don't know my stuff, so if you want to follow her, you can find her name real quick.
And let's just leave it at that.
Let's just leave it at that. Thank you, guys. Yeah.